Madam Deputy Speaker. Every day, we as members hear from our constituents that victims of crime have been sidelined, left to navigate a system that often feels indifferent to their suffering. My decision about what to raise in this debate today stemmed from a conversation I had in my constituency surgery a few weeks ago with a constituent who has asked me today to remain anonymous. Madam Deputy Speaker, my constituent told me of an abusive relationship that she was in, a relationship that resulted in the birth of a child. When her child was born, my constituent ended up in court in a custody battle over her child. As part of that trial, she was accused of refusing the father contact. My constituent told me how this horrific experience made her feel. Particularly, she told me that the court system she felt was used as a form of abuse by her former partner. She told me that her claim against him was dismissed as her word against his, and she asked me to look again at parental rights within the context of abusive relationships. In another case, again, a constituent who asked me to remain anonymous, I heard that my constituent was beaten by their partner, who then gained full custody of their child. These are just two of the hundreds of similar stories that I have heard, the thousands of similar stories that my constituents could tell, or indeed the millions of similar stories that women and girls, and indeed men and boys around the country could communicate to us. Well, Madam Deputy Speaker, we are looking at these laws again today. Under the measures introduced in this bill, courts will be used to empower victims. The alleged will be required to attend court hearings, and the Victims Contact Scheme will help victims navigate the legal system with a dedicated helpline. And, Madam Deputy Speaker, automatic parental rights will be restricted in cases of child sexual abuse, exactly as they should be. This bill also includes measures to address antisocial behaviour, an area where I have received lots of representations from my constituents, as I know colleagues across the House will have. At my constituency surgery last Saturday morning, in fact, another individual talked me through the horrific death threats that he had been receiving daily from his neighbour, who spent hours a day screaming through the walls of their semi-detached homes at my constituent and his family. These behaviours left my constituent afraid to leave his home. Under current regulations, ultimately nothing was done, and the behaviours only began to let up when the neighbour ultimately decided to move away of their own volition. This isn't good enough. Madam Deputy Speaker, when the system fails, it is the victims who suffer first and who suffer the most. They deserve better. This bill is a critical part of that better future. So today, let us send a message that the days of delay, denial and degradation are over, and that from now on, our justice system will put victims first. Thank you.